Okay, who am I? I am John Craigie. Where have I come from? Portland, Oregon, United States. It's very beautiful. It's very sweet. I've done a lot of festivals in various places. This is, I guess, what I imagined my first Australia festival to be. It's very wholesome, and everyone's very nice. Families, food's great, weather's great. The trees are beautiful. Little John Craigie.
Little John
Okay,
Craigie.
yeah. That's my rapper name.
When Little John Craigie was a kid, what did you listen to?
Oh wow. Well, how young are we talking?
Little John Craigie.
My parents are very square, so they weren't listening to much. But my mom is Sicilian, she doesn't really listen to music. My dad would listen to the Kingston Trio, do you know who that is? They're really dorky folk music, think of Peter, Paul and Mary and then go 10 times dorkier than that, They sing it what are they? They're just very cute old folk music, Anyway, my dad would be like, "This is great. This is rock and roll," It's very mellow. And then my sister was an 80s girl. So that's what I listened to mostly. Through the walls, I would hear The Cure, Depeche Mode, Duran Duran, U2, The Smiths. It was great. So that was my first memories of music, that kind of stuff. I think really what I got into, I was a 90s kid, so Pearl Jam, Green Day, a lot of stuff that I was seeing some shows in LA where I was living. I didn't see those 80s bands, but I would see these other bands, and it was great, I really wanted to play guitar when I saw those guys, I think. The very first time I played in front of people was the high school talent show, which was not a good idea, because it was, the whole school at the football, I shouldn't say stadium, but at the football arena or whatever you want to call it. It's too much. I should have picked an open mic or something. It was violently terrifying. I remember I was backstage, in the gym, the locker room. And I think I threw up even. I was really so scared to do it, It was not a good idea. Even the people were so nice. It went fine, But I really should have, but I think my community didn't have, other people I talked to who got instruments, they were people were playing around them, but no one else was playing in my community, so I didn't really know what else to do. Some friends said, do the talent show. But everyone else was doing dances or skits and stuff like that, and I was playing my little sad song. It was, in hindsight, because then I went from that to the tiniest things, Once I started to, tour and see that international was an option, it just seemed this magical place, and mystical, and but it seemed very far. I didn't think it would be that doable. I started going to Canada and the UK and Scotland, Ireland, and that just seemed a little more feasible. I didn't know many people coming down here, but my friend Steve Poltz, I don't know if you know him, he's from the States. He tours here a lot, and I started talking to him about it. He would tell me good stories, and he's like, you could do it. So it just took a while till we found someone who wanted us to come. It's a weird job because, you don't have to get asked to come somewhere, but it's nice. You can just go to a place and start playing with nobody asking you, which seems strange, but it's really nice when somebody, at least one person, wants you to come. I just think the community seems very sweet, and everyone seems very much I don't know if this is true, but in the States I go to festivals, you can tell the festivals that are returning year after year, everyone's lifers, they call them. And the other festivals in the States are just a party, and people just, maybe it's their first time and their last time. So this one feels like one of those ones where they're camping, right? There's people, yeah. It's always a special vibe when people are living somewhere for a weekend, you know what I mean? There's a connection.